those dreamy eyes of mine. Oh my goodness, there she goes, switching that. What's going on? How we feeling out there? It is hump day. And guess what? Unfortunately, we've lost another good one. As you probably already heard, D'Angelo has passed away at 51 years old, born in the same year as I was, 1974, of pancreatic cancer. I was just at the doctor yesterday, but I probably need to go more. But, once again, another reason why, we should always go to the doctors, especially guys, check ourselves out, see what's going on. I know sometimes it gets annoying to hear people talk about it over and over again, but, you never know if it could save your life. But with that being said, I remember back, probably about, I think the album came out back in 1995. I looked it up, Brown Sugar. Unbelievable album if you've never heard it. He had the song Lady on there, Cruising. It was like a lot of throwback kind of music to like the Motown era, and even a song that I was just attempting to sing, Me and My Dreamy Eyes. Great song. I mean, like, just puts you in the mood of like being in some cool jazzy place and, checking out a woman and liking stuff about her and kind of like, yeah, So because it was a part of a whole neo soul movement. For people who don't know about it, was him, Music Soul Child, I think also to an extent Floetry, Jill Scott, a heavy movement of like, R&B / soul music in together, meaning neo, new soul. So just a little bit about him. As some people may know, he did have a child with Angie Stone years ago, but he also is from Richmond, Virginia, which I didn't know. All right. All this time I thought he was like from New York or Jersey or somewhere, but he was actually from the south side of Richmond in Virginia. But he dropped out of high school and then went up to New York with a band, started singing, and, as things go, the rest is history. But one thing I will say about D'Angelo is that, how you got artists and you know how it is, you come out, there's so many artists, so much music to listen to that sometimes you kind of forget about people. And I know over the last year, like back in May, earlier this year, he was supposed to come to the Roots picnic and they had him slated to come and, for some reason it just dropped out. There was never kind of talked about again, but I'm assuming, maybe this was some of it was that he was sick. But wow, D'Angelo. Great music. The funny part about him, and because I won't make this one too long, but the funny part about him now, so if you know any women or talk to any women that grew up back in the 90s, like, what I'm saying, or were like adults in the 90s or early 2000s, I can't remember when he came up with the song, but it was a song called Untitled. And it was like, how does it feel? Right? But the thing was that when the ball came on, like the ball was so cut up, right? He came on, and so it was like a one camera. I don't know if it was like a one shot tape, but it was like a camera that kind of went downward. Almost to like his private area, and then kind of stopped. But you know what I'm saying? And it was like shot and like that. Like back in the day, they would shoot it in like I don't know if it's necessarily a black and white, but kind of like a toned kind of color. And so, it drove chicks crazy back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Even dudes, because the song was fire. But dudes, and back then we would watch a lot more videos they would show, but dudes really didn't want to watch the video. But like if you had a girl over or something like that, you would watch the video with her or whatever. But dudes really didn't want to watch the video because he was obviously naked in the video. They just didn't get that far down. But if you get a chance, check that out. Great music. I didn't really listen to him much. I don't even really know all of what he put out lately, but I do know that he definitely had an impact. And I'm telling you, back when he came out with that Brown Sugar album in '95, woo! Because see, back then, we would make like little tape CDs and stuff like that, when we was ready to have fun. But hey, that was a different time, a different yesteryear. But once again, rest in peace, D'Angelo. And like he did, I hope that you get a chance to live life. Don't let life live you.